Hi everybody, Rob Keys here with another edition of What's in the Box, and today I'm doing a very special unboxing video because we are entering a brand new era. And yes, I am talking about the beginning of the next generation, which begins this week in North America on Friday, November 15th. The PlayStation 4 hits shelves. It releases a little bit later in Europe and then early next year in Japan. Of course, this is only 1 week before Microsoft's competitor, not far behind, releases around the world on the 22nd. But for now, we're going to open this bad boy up. I just got back a few hours ago from New York, where Sony held the official PlayStation 4 launch event and brought people in from all around the world to get hands-on with the console, get private demos for the new online store, the new features, the social features, and we'll talk about all that stuff later. But you can do a lot of cool stuff with video and screenshots and live streaming, and they're really pimping out the digital content with the new store features and streaming services like video and music unlimited. But anyway, we're here to look at the hardware. I haven't opened this box yet. I do already have one third-party game for the console, and I'm talking about Assassin's Creed 4. So I will eventually play that to compare it to the PS3 and Xbox 360 versions. I haven't played the PC version yet, so it might be similar to that. But I also have the two key retail launch first-party exclusives. I'm, of course, talking about Killzone Shadowfall, which I got a lot of hands-on time with this week in New York. I played a bit of the single player, looking at all the new features, and I played a ton of the multiplayer at the launch party. And then, of course, there's Knack. Knack I've already beaten. I went to the PlayStation Loft in downtown Toronto and played this for 9 hours straight and beat the game. The reviews for all of these things are out today because the embargo lifted 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, which is, what's today? Today's November 13th. So there are already reviews for all three of these things up, and they're pretty mediocre. I mean, this is getting a lot of 7s out of 10s on average, and this thing's getting less than that, like 5s and 6s out of 10s, which I'm surprised by because I really enjoyed this game. I thought it was a great launch title, and this I need to play through the 10-hour campaign to really judge it. I've only really gotten significant time with the multiplayer, which was pretty fun. Now for the big show. So this is the box. You want to compare size here. You can see you got the DualShock 4 controller there with the cool slanted console behind it. In the back of the box, you got a bunch of first-party and third-party characters. You got Buddy from Infamous Second Son, which is one of the most exciting games coming in the launch window. It's not ready on launch day, but it's coming a few months later. That's Aiden Pierce from Watch Dogs. I've done a video on that before with the costume accessories, and this was just delayed. This was supposed to come out in the next month, but it got pushed back till next year, so Ubisoft can put more polish on it. We got Edward Kenway from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and that's one of the first games I'm going to be playing on this, and I'll put a link in this video and in the description so you can check out a cool unboxing video with some Todd McFarlane action figures they designed for these Assassin's Creed games. And then you got Knack, the new sort of original flagship character for the launch of the PS4, who I thought's very cool. So let's get to it. Oh, it says watch, play, and stream your favorite digital entertainment, and it shows a PS3, DualShock 3, and Vita, kind of showing how they can all network together. The best place to play online. And it has, of course, a big PlayStation Plus logo here. And if you don't already know, PlayStation Plus, a paid subscription, is required to play online games on the PS4. That's something they changed from the PS3. And that's something on Game Rant we called like years ago when they first announced the PlayStation Plus subscription. We said this would lead to them charging to play online, and people were like, you're crazy, Sony would never do that. Well, they did it, which makes sense because Microsoft's been getting away with it for years. And if anything, the extra money will let them build and support and upgrade a better infrastructure, because I thought the PS3 interface and online features were what's going on with this, but the sound keeps cutting out. But I was just saying, I hope the PlayStation Plus allows the PS4 online infrastructure to keep up to date with the Xbox One. Okay, so the first thing I open it up, you can see visibly the user guide, the console, and the DualShock 4 controller. We'll take the controller out first, because if you haven't had a chance to get hands-on with this bad boy yet, this is probably one of the most noticeable and exciting changes they've made. You get the same symmetric stick layout, but the controller is much lighter than the DualShock 3. The triggers feel so much better, and same with the bumper buttons. They've really improved all of the buttons. They've changed the spacing a little bit in the face buttons and the curvature of the sticks, and even like the texture of them. So they got a little more of a rubbery, sticky feel. The clicking feels better, a lot more precise. The D-pad clicks in better, and of course they've replaced the select and start buttons with the new share. We'll talk about that later. And options. Options is sort of like your start button to bring up options anytime. Share button will bring up a screen and let you share screenshots, video, and access live streaming, where you can live stream at launch only through Twitch and Ustream. And for screenshots, you can share those via Facebook and Twitter. You can integrate your PlayStation profile with those accounts, so it's all set up, and you can kind of set all your privacy settings. You can pick which groups of your friends, or even other player subsets. So for example, of your Facebook friends, if they all connect their accounts, you can say, I want to share the screenshot only to my friends who play Killzone Shadowfall, and then it'll do that. That way you're not filling your family and personal friends' lists with comments and screenshots and videos of the games you're playing. And video sharing is a bit of a problem. You can only actually upload videos up to 15 minutes long. The console's always recording the last 15 minutes of play, and you can trim it down into intervals and upload like a 15-second, 60-second clip, or you can upload the whole 15-minute playthrough. Of course, that's a bit of a limitation because you cannot edit like two 15-minute things together to put up a 30-minute episode if you're doing a playthrough of an entire game. That's kind of sucky. I'm sure that'll change down the road, but at launch, you can only upload your video clips to Facebook, and that's probably the worst video platform to do that with, because no one wants to do that. I do not want to use Facebook for videos. I want to upload to YouTube because that's what everyone friggin' does. Maybe you can upload, like you're streaming through Twitch, and you can take that video and push it to YouTube. I don't know. I got to look into that. I'll do that later. So here, up close and personal. The other, you got the PlayStation button, kind of like your home button. Double tapping that lets you switch between any two active applications, like a game and an app, whatever. So that's something they added. Of course, there's a built-in speaker now. So in games like Killzone, if you're getting a message to the radio, you'll hear sounds through this. And if you buy the PlayStation 4 eye peripheral for $60 and you're playing in the Playroom, which is sort of a showcase of what you can do with the motion controls and with the eye camera, it's like Sony's Kinect essentially. You can like shake it around and hear like the little robots inside your controller moving around. It's pretty fun. And this is a light bar. That'll by default come up blue, and if I have multiple players, that'll give them different colors like pink and green. And that moves PlayStation Move. It's the same technology, and it adds like a more accurate motion control, as long as you have the eye, of course. This is a clickable touchpad. I haven't seen too many games yet that use it a lot, but I know for Killzone Shadowfall, for instance, you can swipe in any of the four directions to control your drone called the Owl. Like you put up like shield barriers, and you can use it to like send it to attack enemies. I also used it in Warframe. Similar thing. You swiping the four directions to activate the four powers that the Warframe armored suits have. So far that's sort of like a gimmick. You can just do that with four buttons, but I'm sure there will be other features that use this in the future. So that's your up close and personal with the DualShock 4. I should have brought up a DualShock 3 so you can compare. Maybe I'll do that afterwards. But there you go. Pretty slim. It's a lot more curved than the DualShock 3 and 2 and its predecessors. Very sexy, very, very light. And again, the sticks, number one for me, the sticks are a huge improvement along with the triggers. Oh, and a lot of changes on the inside too. Like the rotors can give you a way more accurate, but also more subtle vibrations when you're doing cool things. You can actually plug in a headset into the controller now. It's something you could not do on the PS3. Enough with the controller. Let's get on to the good stuff. Good stuff like the Quick Start Guide. That's you get up top. So for you noobs out there who need to read up, there you go. Before I get to the console, look at the cords it comes with. You got, looks like, I don't know what that is. Looks like a maybe 4 or 6 foot HDMI cable, so you can plug right in, plug and play. And you got an HDMI, sorry, that's not HDMI, that's a USB cable to charge your controller. The PS4 can charge controllers while off, well not off, but if you put it in standby, it can charge controllers and do things like download updates while you're doing other things. And you got the AC power cord. This is noticeably smaller than what you may be used to on most gaming consoles, and that's because the power brick is actually built into the back of the unit, so you don't have this hefty bar hanging back with all your cords. And the PS4 comes shipped with a little mic and earpiece. The Xbox One comes with sort of like a basic headset, kind of like this, but with the one earpiece, sort of like the Xbox 360 has. In this, you're getting something you can like clip on, like a lapel mic sort of thing with an earbud. There you go. So right off the bat, you can start talking with friends. The PS4, just like the Xbox One and 360, supports parties up to 8 players. You can talk via voice no matter what games you're in, and you can even do it cross-platform and have other players in your party who are on the Vita, and they can chat with you through that device as well, all at the same time. So they've definitely made improvements on that front. Now it is time for the console. Definitely lighter than the original PS3 model, which I actually have downstairs. I'll bring it up for comparison's sake, but a little bit heavier than larger and more square than the PS3 Slim, the latest version. I kept the original PS3 because it's backwards compatible, something that this and the Xbox One are not. But we're not here to talk about that. I'm just going to open this up. Notice the slanted design. You got focus. Come on, you can do it. There you go. PlayStation logo on the front. You have this line. Well, first of all, you got sort of like a different, you got a textured feel here, more of a matte shine feel here. You know, great for getting your fingerprints on your console to mark your territory. You have a bar which comes down. This lights up different colors, and most of the promotional artwork, and you'll see on the boxes, has a blue light. I think that's just when you're powering it on or on. I think I've seen it go white, and I know when you're in standby mode, the light bar is orange. All right, so this is the front. It's very slick, almost pyramid-like. I'll give you the side view so you can see how slanted it is. We were told at the demo, our private demo, that there's 2 reasons for this, both aesthetic, because it looks sexy, and functionality. The reason is when it's slanted on the front, it makes it easier to push the power button, which is in this little slant here where the light would be. You push that to turn it on. You got 2 USB slots right in the front there, and you got the engraved PS4 kind of sexy logo right there. And you got Sony branding right there in the corner. This lighting may make it hard to see the engraving. And on the side here, you got a bunch of partners. You got HDMI, DTS HD, Dolby, True HD, and the Blu-ray disc. Oddly enough, while Sony's all about the Blu-ray, at launch you cannot play 3D Blu-rays, or you can't display it in 3D, which is weird because Sony should be all over that, but they're not. Okay, let's go to the back. We got all the nice cool air vents. The second part of what I was talking about with the aesthetic and design, by having it slanted, you can sort of conceal and hide the power cables when they're plugged in. At least that's what they told us. So by slanting it up, you can hide that stuff, and looks a little more inconspicuous on your, I don't know, your TV desk full of what's now going to be 2 generations worth of platforms, because they're not cross-platform. I mean, they're not backwards compatible. Anyway, we got HDMI in the back, your Ethernet cable, optical audio, which is great if you want like headsets like this, which take optical audio. You get the power cord there, some PS4, what's this saying? Blah, 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 engineered by Sony. And you got your auxiliary there. Okay, so pretty simple. That is the back. You've probably seen the high-res art. We have it all over GameRant.com if you haven't seen it. And on the other side, you just got a bunch of text about Dolby and all that stuff. So there you go. It's very slim and streamlined design. It's it's very, very modern and contemporary design. I like it. It's cool. It's slick. The slanted design works for me, and I think that'll look great on my shelf, which happens to be all dark brown and blacks as well. So it's gonna fit right in nicely. Cool. I don't think there's anything else in the box. So yeah, you'll be able to buy this for $3.99 in stores Friday. So it's for $3.99 beginning this Friday in North American stores. What's that? Okay, thought I had a mark. And then next week, if you're an Xbox fan or you want to get both consoles, it's going to be available for $500, but it comes with the Kinect in the package. Whereas this, if you want to buy the PlayStation 4i, which is not used by any of the launch titles that I know of, outside of the built-in Playroom suite, that's going to cost $60. So even if you buy the PS4 and the i, it's still a cheaper bundle than getting the Xbox One with the Kinect packaged in. So that's it. This is the PlayStation 4. I'm going to jump in and start getting my game on. And if I can find a way to stream it today, I don't know if the online services or the connectivity between the PS4 and Ustream and Twitch work quite yet, but I'm going to try it anyways. And unfortunately, at launch, you cannot record via HDMI like using a capture card. That's coming in a later patch, so I may have to hack that and do it in my own way, my hack job way of plugging it in, streaming it on my computer, and then trying to record that nonsense. But hey, there you go. If you like and subscribe, or you want to play with me on PS4, like and subscribe, and send me a message of what games you think I should play. Like I said, I'm playing the 2 big first-party games. Warframe is the most exciting game for me at launch. That's free to play. I'm going to download that and play that as well. Hopefully that lets me do that today, or maybe I'll have to wait till Friday. But that's it. That's the PS4. And until next week, I will be trying to get an Xbox One as soon as I can, so I can play those titles as well. And its big exclusives are Rise, Son of Rome, Forza Motorsport 5, and Dead Rising 3. And I already showed you the cool exclusives to the PS4. So lots of cool games coming, and lots more coming via updates. In fact, I gotta plug this in and download the day 1 update right now. Right meow. Oh, also, when you are downloading a patch, in this case the day 1 patch, you can actually play on the disc game still. You can't play online, but you can play like the single player component of Killzone Shadowfall while the update downloads. I think on the Xbox One, like the required patch, you can't play anything until that downloads. I'm not trying to start a war between one and the other. I'm just saying we live in an era where you have to download patches, video game consoles you pay a lot of friggin' money for. So rushed consoles we have. Until next time, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later. And I'll see you online, hopefully. Cheers. Hi everybody, I'm back, and I wanted to quickly show you some comparisons. I went downstairs and grabbed the PS3 and DualShock 3 controller that it came with, and I bought this about a year after the first PS3 came out. I'll just show you that quickly. I'm talking back when Spider-Man 3 was hitting Blu-ray, and they were promoting that deal. Look at that big dirty logo. Cool. It's a beast. This is the big fat old school one. Look at that. It's gorgeously weird and fat. Look how fat that is. Alright. So, well, I guess I can just leave that here so you can see it. PlayStation. And then, put this down a little bit. Look at that. Nice reflection there. You can see the super shiny PS3. And this is the much smaller PS4. I don't know if I can carry this because I don't work out as much as I should. Yeah. There you go. Quite a bit different. And just to compare thickness, just to give you an idea, look at the back of this thing. Quite a bit slim. But of course, this is the original PS3. There are much smaller versions of it available right meow. Okay, now for the controllers. DualShock 3. Remember this? Look at this old school design. Doesn't feel that old school because the PS4 DualShock 4 has the same layout. There you go. So, same layout, they've just done some tweaking and optimizing and made all the buttons better. So basically, all the great things you love about the DualShock 3 are just better. They're enhanced. They just enhanced everything. Enhance. Give you a closer side by side. So you can see the spacing of the buttons is noticeably different. The top of the sticks, a little bit different, even the size of it. You want to look at it head on there. So it's a lot more streamlined. Yeah. But what was always good about the DualShock 3 is the built-in battery, and like the original 360, well, all the 360 controllers except for the wired ones had the battery pack, which I know is a problem for some users. I actually preferred the Xbox 360 controller over the DualShock 3, but they've answered all my issues with this, and I've really gotten used to the symmetric sticks. I thought I would prefer the asymmetric, but they both work for me, and just like this is a vast improvement. It doesn't look like it, but it is a vast improvement over the DualShock 3. The Xbox One controller is equally as improved over the Xbox 360 controller. And even though it doesn't look like it, the Xbox One controller is equally as improved over the Xbox 360 controller. Hey, so that's some brief comparisons, and that's kind of a brief look at what you're going to get when you get your PS4, if you choose to get it before the holidays. So I'm going to jump into some gameplay. I'm going to plug it in, go through the intro screens, the welcome screens, sign in, download the updates, and I need to play through the Killzone Shadowfall campaign before I can review it. And I need to get started on my knack review because I have beaten it already. So until next time, please like and subscribe. Tell me what games you're getting this holiday season if you are jumping into the next generation, or maybe you're sticking to PC, which I can't blame you. That's an easy recommendation on my part. These consoles are very expensive, and there's a lot of unanswered questions when it comes to features and games and launch title games. So waiting is a great option if you want to save some money and have more available to you when you do decide to jump in. Plus, there are tons of games still coming for the 360 and PS3, so no rush. But if you are playing on PS4 and you want to play with me, I'm FailCube. I'm FailCube on the channel, and FailCube on pretty much all the services. So hit me up and let me know what games you're playing and what games you'd like to see me maybe try live streaming. I haven't done live streaming yet because, one, I've never had the connection until I moved into this place, and I paid a lot of money to get the faster upload. But I've also still trying to figure out my Twitch account and get a Ustream account. I need to do that. And unfortunately, no YouTube support. That really kills me. But hey, I'll see you online. And again, like and subscribe. Cheers.